was thinking, one of the things I like to do before I actually do stuff is I like to look at the item shop. So I'm going to go over there and do that. See what kind of stuff I like. Put it on the list, you know. Alright. Let's see. Scroll through that shop. See, now this pit stop stuff, this Storm Racer outfit, and this high octane harvesting tool is actually pretty cool. I generally like that stuff. There was a RPM set or whatever it was called that I thought actually looked pretty cool. And so to see something like this, I think is pretty awesome. And I'm very happy with that. You know, and it has that same general vibe, which I think is cool. Now, something like the Rex thing, I could see why people would like that, but all in all, I think it's kind of cheesy, but that's just me. I get why it would be your thing. Same with the other one. You can definitely tell that this is a blatant, like, Mercy ripoff from Overwatch, but it's not bad. I do kind of like it. The Malcor one is very cool. I actually think that's really cool with the evil eye thing. It's like the wings, man. Like, the wings alone make this thing very awesome. You know? So, yeah. Look at him spin around. Alright. Yeah. This thing is interesting. Like, it looks like their version of, like, trying to do Mysterio or something, which I definitely do kind of dig that. I'm not gonna lie. One second. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, not something I'm sure I would give, but I do like the general vibe they're going for. I do think that's kind of funky. What's this set called? Starwalker. Huh, makes sense. Yeah, it's like a Galaxy Mysterio. So yeah, that makes sense. This is probably the best thing I've seen in the shop today. It's just so dumb that it's actually pretty cool. I know you could see it as being kind of cheesy, but all in all, I actually kind of like it. You know, I mean, for a rare, it's pretty cool. It's simplistic in its design, but, you know, pretty awesome. And then down here's the old stuff. Yeah, this stuff, I saw that earlier. It didn't really appeal to me. Nothing on here's like, oh my god, I would love to own that or anything. Icon stuff isn't my thing. RoboCop, while I understand its popularity, is just never really been my thing. I've seen that in the store for a while. I already bought the Master Chief one. Not a big Halo fan, but it's like, hey man, why not, you know? Again, Gears of War, not my thing. These I didn't buy. Don't know if I ever actually will. And then, yeah, I thought this double agent pack was pretty cool. I do like the flipping from black to white with all the stuff you get. I just thought it was kind of cool. Like, not everything is here, like, I don't really like that guy, but I have to admit, this is kind of cool, and she's pretty cool, too. Yeah. Yeah, crew pack. I don't know if I'll get that yet. I really haven't decided. I kind of want to, but, you know. Anyway, to the game. Yeah, so I'm just going to go in here, shoot some zombies, upgrade my weapons, just have a good time. Especially like getting stuff off of the black market and playing with some of the like special exotics. That's always fun. You can load anytime now. Any time now would be great. Alright. Fantastic. Got that all set up. That's looking good. 1 second. Do that. And there we go. Okay. Alright. Start this up and just go to town. There's a little bit of buzzing in the audio. I do apologize. I have a fan on low over in the corner. It might pick up on the mic a little. So, sorry about that. Alright. It's nice to come in here and just shoot stuff and have a chill time. I rather enjoy it. It's also given me a chance to check out some of the weapons I don't normally use, like, the tactical shotgun, for example. When I first started playing this game, about a month ago, maybe 35 days or so, I would gravitate, mostly towards the ARs and stuff like that. I just really seem to enjoy those, but I've been trying to get into the snipers more and stuff, messing with my settings and all that. Let's see. The auto one's another one. The only shotgun I really actually like is the Ranger that they put in a little while ago. That thing is sick. It is just like my favorite shotgun. Let's take that. Do I want that? I think I'll drop that. Okay. And yeah, let's get a pump here. I don't usually play with the pump very often. Move that right there. Yeah, 2 shotguns. Let's try something different. I normally don't. Alright. Come to me, my zombie foes. I just love this. It's just a nice way to just come in here, get some XP, unwind a little bit. And then once you get the black market built up and stuff, it's cool to just get a bunch of cool weapons. I figure I can't sleep, so it's like, hey man, why not? Just play some stuff, relax, do whatever. I'm in the hole! Ah! No, Mr. Zombie Man. It's not gonna happen. Ah. Nope, not fair. Nope. That's gonna go. Shoot! 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 Come on! One of the things. One of the things I was gonna say. If you didn't see it, I was in the lobby. I'm like 195 on this pass, right? And I've only been playing for like 35 days, so I've been grinding pretty hard. I finally got to the later stuff, so I'm using the, what is her name, Erica or whatever? No, the anime chick. With the Tempest thing. And to be honest, I think that goes really good with the Doctor Strange stuff that's in the Battle Pass this season. So, I got her with the book and stuff, and you can't see it now because I don't think I can jump from anywhere high enough to see that. Oh, that's right, you need the slider thing in here to actually know to do that. But yeah, I have the circle you use for the glider, the contrail and everything, and I don't know. I get to use like an anime character and not Marvel and stuff, so it technically doesn't go together. But in the same aspect, I think it's rather cool to, pair some of the stuff that doesn't exactly go together, but seems like it could fit some sort of general theme, So yeah. Let's see. Let's get some of this stuff done over here. Build the miner thing. Arm marker. Oh, I need more. What do I need more? Planks. Blanket. One of the things too that I want to do, maybe at the end of, I just like to go over the battle pass and stuff and just be like, oh hey, I thought that would be cool. I have to admit, just as an overall highlight, I really like the anime skins. So even this stuff that's like, you know, the original creation they made or whatever, and then the like crossover stuff, you know, Naruto, Rick and Morty, you know, anything that has that cartoony look. There's even some like cool black and white stuff that looks like some old stuff. What is it? 1980s, like Steamboat Willie. Felix the Cat, you know, that old black and white style stuff. I think it's called like Rubber Hose. I think that's what the mine called it. Phantom. I think he said it was Rubber Hose. You know, the old one, black and white. I think that stuff actually looks pretty awesome. Oh, didn't mean to build that, but sure, we'll build it. If you build it, they will come. I'm trying to keep them away. Alright. And so yeah, I really like the general anime stuff, and I've been trying to fill as much as I can. I got that what do they call it? Cyberpunk Infiltration or whatever. That have all the like the other 3 girls and stuff and the pickaxes. I bought that at the start of the season, so I just really like that stuff. And the Marvel has been heavy with the battle pass, so yeah, that's a no-brainer stuff. I mean, I can't say that like Stephen Strange or Prowler are like my favorite Marvel characters ever. I'm more of like a Spider-Man, Wolverine kind of guy. But still, I mean, Marvel is Marvel, and even if I don't use them that much, I can use pieces of them, you know, like using the book right now on the character. And just having them for collection purposes as a Marvel nerd is pretty awesome. You know? So, I mean, that's cool. Hopefully, eventually, I'll get more Marvel stuff in the future if it rotates in the shop or whatever. I also would love to. I also would love to get the crossover stuff with like Fortnite and the what is it Zero Wars? I think was the Marvel one. And I saw they have like a big hardcover of the comic you can get like off of Amazon and stuff, and it comes with a bunch of like in-game cosmetics, you know, like pickaxe and loading screens and stuff. So I think that would be super cool, and I honestly would love to get something like that. And I heard that maybe that's the one that's coming out. Well, yeah, it's the one that's coming out in November. That's when that releases. I'm wrong. The one I was thinking of that's already out is the one for Batman. That's another one I thought would be cool. And then in my Amazon wish list, I have the what is it called? The Last Laugh bundle or whatever it is that has like Joker and Poison Ivy. So I think that would be really awesome to have too. Yeah, once it like down the road. But yeah, it's like there's definitely some like IRL Fortnite stuff that I would love to grab. And then of course the in-game cosmetics that come with it, the nice part too. I think that would be really neat. I always hate these golden guys, man, because they take so much. With these golden ones, it feels like you're playing Borderlands, man. Just glorified bullet sponges. Not to say that these other big fat dudes that I just killed, not to say that he's not, you know, bullet sponge as well, but man, those golden zombies, dude. They are absolutely crazy. I mean, it's better once you get like the higher weapons and stuff, of course, but, you know, in the same aspect. I just kind of wish they weren't so spongy. Alright. So, okay, so that's for like mining things and the farm and all that good stuff. Get that up. You normally like this stuff back here is pretty crucial because when you're playing against other teams and stuff, it's like you got to make it hard for them to actually get in here and kill your king and that. Because like if nobody's ever actually played this before, who's watching this, yeah, the whole objective is basically build the castle. Then you got to infiltrate the enemy teams, and then you got to kill their knights and their king. When you come in here for the enemy team, the knights act as like guards, and you're taking damage in here while you're firing. And then once they're gone, the king's basically defenseless, so only you as the players can attack them. So yeah, one of the things you got to do is like build the towers and stuff to make it harder for the enemy to come in. They could still get in from like gliding. You actually could like say glide from here into wherever your castle tower would be erect over here. But yeah, that's one of the things. Oh wait, no, not here. This is my front one. I meant to ping over there. So like, yeah, you could be like on top of there and then like glide from here, or use like the catapult that you can. Just catapult here you can build, and like you'll stand on it and it'll just fling you forward really far. There's also glider items that you can get in various forms. There's a cool bow, where like you fire it onto something. And then it'll like slingshot you forward from wherever you but it's so like I could look up here, fire the bow, it hit there, and then it would propel me up. There's also this like grappling gun thing that looks like a little plunger, and it'll actually give you a glider when you're in the air. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Reload on. I'm just like, oh no, Timmy. I can really do. Dude, like, quit hitting me, bro. There's got to be some sort of abuse, yeah? Alright. Let's see. How am I doing on stuff? Let me see if I can start building any of this up. I don't think I can, but we can try. Okay, that one comes free with the thing. 200 and 800. Yeah, I only have 116. That's not happening. Let's see. That one is 50 and 50. Alright. Stick it in there and let's go. Alright. 100. Yeah, that's not happening. Alright, let me try to get some of this back stuff built. Cool part too, like if you're just coming in here and chilling, is anytime, well not anytime, but basically most of the time when you like erect a structure, you get bonus XP for it. And then when you make the whole castle, you get like a big bonus at the end, which is cool. So if you're just here to like chill like I am right now, it's cool way to earn XP. If you just want something like casual and low energy, sweat it out in VR or whatever. So you can get XP obviously by shooting zombies and then by nice. You know what I do if I play just by myself, I'm just chilling, is there's actually this thing over here where you can switch sides. Okay. Trade everyone and change teams. You can do that once per game, so like even if you're playing by yourself, you can hop over on the other side, and then you can kill their zombies and build that castle too to get some extra XP. That's kind of cool. One thing though that I definitely recommend if you ever do that is definitely make sure you build up like your own personal stash of resources and your weapons. Because once you change over, you're literally starting from scratch. So you would have to make sure you have a bunch of like, your gold and your monster parts and all that kind of stuff. Because otherwise you'll be grinding over there for a while. And then also make sure like if you build the weapon floors over here, that you build your weapons up to legendary, or you get some cool stuff off of the black market, over here. This is honestly, it doesn't look like much when you're just playing solo, but when you have like a whole team going and stuff, I think you can have like 30 teams in here, like 16 on each team. So when you have all of that, it's actually really fun and things like that. This is one of the first like creator, discovery modes, or whatever I found, and it's still one of my favorites. I've done other stuff like, a bunch of parkour stuff and like snipers versus climbers and a friend of mine filmed Phantom. He really likes doing the prop hunt with like viewers and stuff. I'm not really as big into the prop hunt. I like the concept, but it's one of those things that I'm not really sure how I feel about that, because the problem with a game mode like that is if you're the hunter, right? And it's like sometimes you feel like you're going all over the place trying to find these props. Granted, you have the visible displays like I do up in the front, tell me where they are. And then you get pings and stuff, so it makes it a little easier, but it can be kind of annoying. It can be kind of annoying because if you can't find them right away, it feels like you're just running around aimlessly, right? And then when you're the prop, it kind of has the same problem, but in reverse. Because if you're hiding as a prop and you're not trying to like move around and things like that, it can feel like you're waiting forever for these people to find you. So sometimes it can be really fun with friends because like you can talk to each other and crack jokes and all that kind of stuff. But it's like if you're playing with a bunch of random people, you end up in a situation where you can feel like you're spending an eternity and no action really happens. So if you're someone who wants something that's more, high pace and action packed, you're kind of in a bad spot with something like that. I mean, I've only ever really seen it played in small groups, so maybe if you have like a huge, large group of random people, but I've only ever seen like people playing at a time. That's just real ops and hunters. So yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that maybe would grow on me, but really hasn't. And some of the other stuff has, like some of the parkour is pretty fun, even though some of it is very hard and kind of frustrating, but it's still entertaining. I still have a good time with it. Alright. This is another thing too, like, what is it, the rough ore or whatever it's called? Let's see. Yeah, you need so much of this stuff, it's crazy. I've literally built up an entire castle on one side, played for like an extra 15 minutes with stuff farming in the background and everything. I then switch sides and I try to build up the stuff over there, and it still takes me forever, and I still have to farm the zombies over there, because you just need so much stuff. It's ridiculous, man. Oh, there we go. I'm 196. Yeah, I'm doing this because I totally need the XP, bro. Totally. No, I don't know, man. I couldn't sleep, and I've been wanting to try to do the stream thing for a while, so I was like, you know what? Just do it. The audio quality might not be perfect. There might be some crap in the VOD or whatever that sounds like butts. But, at the very least, I thought I would do it. I got nothing else to do, man. I can't really sleep, probably because of the 3G fuels I have. But, yeah. I gotta get comfortable doing this anyway, I generally have anxiety problems and stuff like that, so the idea of being watched is kind of weird. Talking and not paying attention to what's in front of me. Good job. But no, it's just like, yeah, man, I just gotta kind of get used to that stuff, Just go with it, I mean? Bullet sponge, man, like, I get it if I headshot him, he takes more, obviously. Oh, that was not cool. Come on, oh, that was not cool. But yeah. So I just figured I would do it, just get it done. Worst comes to worst, nobody shows up. I gained some XP or levels or whatever. Somebody does show up, hey, we have a cool conversation. That's why hopefully if it worked correctly, I put the AMA and tags, if anybody wants to hop in and ask stuff, whatever, The only bad part is some of this stuff takes a while to build. Like, oh my goodness, the forge is horrible. When you finally get it up and you have to get the upgrades, because you can unlock weapons, the rare and the epic and the legendary and all that, it takes a while. You need so many is it monster cubes? Yeah, monster cube parts. Ah! Stop. But it's like, it's cool once you finally get like the legendary MK and stuff. I have to sneeze, so hopefully my mute button works. Otherwise, this is gonna get annoying. Like, shoot! No. Not have to sneeze anymore. I felt it. It was itchy. Like I could literally feel it. I was like, I can feel it. Now I no longer. It's like, alright, fine, fair enough. Oh yeah, one of the things I thought was cool. Are they all dead so I can talk for a sec? Oh yeah, one of the things I thought was cool, because I only played this game on console. I don't do PC or anything like that, which, you know. So what I thought was really cool is I actually found a way to get the Volcano Assassin pack for here. I found out the whole thing about using like GeForce Now and then logging up the accounts and stuff, so I'm actually really excited about that. It's not like an amazing skin. Like, I don't always really like the Fortnite aesthetic stuff. Like I said, I generally like, you know, like the anime cartoony stuff they do, like Rick and Morty and Naruto. And then I really like the big crossover stuff, you know, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, that kind of stuff. But I'm like, well, man, this is free for anyone that can like get access to it on Epic. And I did make an Epic account for this game, so you know, I could at least send like gifts to friends and all that kind of stuff. So I was honestly pretty happy I found a way without a PC to get the free quest. It's like, who knows, man? Maybe if I don't like the main skin, I still think the like fire wrap is cool, and there's a back bling that doesn't look too bad. It's like I might use it for something else later. You know how like with this character I have the Stephen Strange book, I can't remember the name of it, on her back and stuff like that. So it's like, who knows? I might use some of the other pieces in the future. And it's like, if I can find a way to get it, you know, I might as well. It's like I'm putting work in this game. Well, not right now, I'm not like playing VR or whatever, but when I am, it's like, well, okay, cool. Because then I can, you know, get some extra stuff. Who knows, it might come in handy later. You know, why not grab free stuff? You know. Alright, so I got the big wall. Look at it. It looks so weird like this, because it's supposed to, like, it all connects together, you know, and then wraps around. So for it to just be this thing in, like, the middle of nowhere, just be like, hey, I'm here, look at everything, I'm so protected. No, alright, let's get the forgery out of the way. Alright, let's see, how much gold do I have? Do I have enough to upgrade stuff? 245, I don't remember what the stuff cost. 200, yeah. So this is for like farming gold. It even says right there how much it'll give you every second. Then you upgrade through here if you've never played this before. And then this is of a similar thing. It gives you different resources. This gives you the rough ore, or stone, excuse me, which honestly it never seems like you get enough of that. The silver, I don't remember what the silver is actually used for, and I always seem to have so much of it by the time I'm done. And then the Q parts go for a lot. Mainly the forge thing. I've noticed also too when you set up the infirmary, I think you need Q parts in order to make it so you can heal your shields and your base HP. So, yeah. Yeah, so now I don't have to sneeze. I never sneeze. If anybody was curious, I never sneeze. It's like, oh my god, I made such a big deal. I'm like, I haven't sneezed. I hope the mute button works, and then he just never sneezes. He leaves us in undying suspense and anticipation. I remember I was on the train of thought for something, but I had since completely forgotten what that I swear, I mean, as far as medically diagnosing goes, I don't think I have ADD. But it's like, I feel like I do sometimes, because I'll be like, oh yeah, I was in the middle of a train of thought or something, and it's like, oh look, a squirrel, and then your mind goes, nope, I'm done. Yeah, see, I wish they would move that so, the Chaos Knight thing doesn't block the XP stuff. But yeah, like, as you see, I built the Soul Forge and got XP bonuses for it. I remember there being ones for, like, the big towers you build. It's like, you know, something like Bird's Eye View or something. And then when you build the catapult, it's called something like, I Believe I Can Fly, or something corny like that. I believe I can fly. Did I ever upgrade anything? No, I didn't. I think that's what I was talking about. It's like, do I have enough gold to upgrade? Yeah, oh yeah, because I was talking about this shit. I never put anything. Alright. Upgrade that one. So that leaves me a big, whopping 96. Hoo-hoo, I'm so excited. I forget how much they cost up here for the rares or whatever. Okay. Yeah, let's get some stuff. How do I want this to go? I think I definitely should have an MK. I like that little dot sight. This is cool too. I'm not a big sniper guy. I mean, okay, that's a little untrue. I should say that I like the theory of snipers in video games, but it's always been kind of hard for me to really make them work. Now, I'm not sure if that has to do with being a controller player, so, you know, therefore I don't have the flexibility or movement ability like of a PC player with a mouse and keyboard. So I always find stuff like sniper is very unforgiving when you're using analog sticks. And it's just like, there's some games that have done it kind of cool, but then it's just, I can't always find a rhythm with it. Like, I also play Apex Legends, and some of the ones feel good, but like, it's always been kind of hard for me to do like the Kraber and things like that. But like, I do well with like the like super sniper stuff, you know, like now the triple take stack being an energy weapon and stuff like that. Like, that stuff's cool. You know, and I just wait for the choke, for the precision thing, and it works well. But yeah, like trying to do like the actual like true sniper stuff, like the Kraber stuff, and I mean, I don't know, but I kind of do okay with the Sentinel. I don't know if it's because it doesn't have as much downtime as the Kraber and things, but yeah, maybe it's because I can be more picky about what scope I put on it, because that's the bad thing about the Kraber, you know, you get that 6 to 10, and it's like, that's it. You know, at least with the Sentinel, I can choose what I want. I can put a 3x on it or whatever if I want. Anyway, point is, that I don't always generally do very well with snipers. I like any concept. Like, I think sniper characters are cool. Like, I also play Overwatch and stuff. I think characters like Widow and Ashe are pretty neat. It's one of those things where, just because I like the concept doesn't necessarily mean I'm good at them, you know? So, yeah. But it's like with this game, so that's why I don't generally gravitate towards the snipers like in this game. But being a third-person shooter, I do like stuff that has like the first-person scope like this. And what is it, the strike burst rifle, which actually I think you can get on this board here. But yeah, these are stuff that you get for like building certain things and doing certain stuff. Like if you infiltrate the castle, you get a tracker and some contrails and stuff. Oh yeah, like right here. I need some more contrail. I think there's one, yeah, right here for the strike rifle. I do 3 castle walls. Like, I like that one too. Like any stuff that, like, it switches to first person, I think it's cool. And I kind of wish Fortnite had more stuff that did that. Like, I know the rocket launchers do that. Obviously, it's not the thing, but it's not and then of course stuff like this. Yeah, I wish like more stuff. That'd be really cool. Maybe there is more, like a month. So I'm not sure. see. Alright, how much gold do I got now? Oh, almost 200. Anything over here I can really do? Oh, we got this. Yeah. That ditch. Alright, let's see. I just always think that animation is kind of weird, man. Like, it's cool, but it's just always kind of funny. Here's the thing, and then boom. And even when you're reloading, it's like reload, and then you can shoot. It's just fun. I don't know why, I just find it like, ow! I don't know why, I just find it nice. Maybe it's because it kind of reminds me of, like, how Ash shoots in Overwatch, you know, because it's like boom and then boom. Granted, I think the recovery time is quicker in Overwatch, but yeah, maybe that's why I find it amusing, because it just reminds me of... Kind of like how I find the pseudo Mercy skin amusing and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, dude, it looks like the character's really I know it's like the lowest form of like nerd culture, but to be like, I understand that reference, you know, that whole kind of thing, which I guess that's what it boils down to, but I don't know what's humorous to me. Oh good, we're doing self-deprecating comedy on the first screen. That's wonderful. So the viewers will love that. I used to hate doing this too. When I first started using these weapons in the strike weapon, I always hated not ADSing with them. Because I was like, oh dude, there's no way I can like control recoil or whatever. But not that. I mean, I know this isn't a great demonstration of that, considering some of these zombies are like the size of a truck. But, you know, general. I get bad like that in Apex too, like for a long time, and I even still sometimes do it now. Where I'll be like, oh, I gotta ADS everything. You know, it's like, dude, learn to hip fire. Like, especially in this third-person shooter, which is the reason I can't fire more often. That was kind of, yep, there we go. I was like, that's what I was trying to do. Okay, no. Nice. Woohoo. Come to me. Come to me. Alright, what are we looking at now? Okay. Probably go start building the other stuff. I mean, honestly, I've been talking and I just keep ignoring it. Let's go over here, build the big tower. In the infirmary. This is what I was talking about. You build this thing up, and then there's a lady in the main thing. And if you go in there, she'll heal you for stuff. Which I think the whole point of like the slurp juice and everything like that is to sustain you while you're building the infirmary. Because if you notice in my loadout, you only get a couple of those fish. And of course, you know, if you were like under attack by a bunch of zombies or the PvP part of this, where an enemy can attack you, then obviously, you know, it's not going to be enough to sustain you. So I think that's the point of this, because it takes very little to actually build this. But, oh my god, she takes so much stuff. It's like you have to build up the infirmary, you know, that takes your, it takes the rough ore and then the other stuff. And then once you get it in there, you have to spend just a crazy amount of the monster cube parts to get her to give you shield and base health. So it's like, I mean, it's not as bad if you're doing it with someone, you know, like you're playing the big teams like it's supposed to be played. Because, you know, then obviously you have a bunch of people doing what I'm doing right now. But when you're doing it on your own, man, it feels like it's forever. I mean, you could also argue, well, yeah, but as one player, do you really need that? And I guess the answer is no. There's only a few times I've gotten overwhelmed doing this kind of stuff. And that's only like, say, if they're coming at me and I get stuck like right here. And like they pin me here and I can't get out. You know, then it's kind of bad. But generally speaking, it's usually pretty big farming like this. I've also had practice farming this by myself. You know, when I was new and stuff, I didn't fully understand how the game mode works. Like, I didn't understand how the black market over here works and stuff like that. You know, now that I've played it more and I get it. Ah! See, kind of like this. Like, if you'd have backed me, like, into here, I would have kind of been dinged. If there would have been, like, a whole, swarm. I guess we'll go with swarm. Yeah, oh, Hawkeye. Okay. Yeah, that's what they call the big tower thing, Hawkeye. Level up. Yay! Oh man, if I finished the battle pass on here, I guess it would be a good time to review it. Be like, this is what I think of the battle pass I just completed. You know, all nerdy and whatever. Because, like, people totally care what I think. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Alright. Cool, now I can actually show the chick and stuff. Alright. Yeah, originally, I was gonna wait to do stuff like this. Like I've been setting up like this account, having all the information on there and stuff. And originally, I was gonna wait till the new season dropped and stuff, because I was like, I kind of want to do like the battle pass, boss movie and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do that for like when the next season starts. And I might actually become part of the Fortnite crew stuff too. So I was thinking, oh, that'd be a good time to do like the whole like talk about thing, at least get a general feel for the new season, talk about news, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, but I didn't want to go in like cold to a new season, because it's like, okay, what if my anxiety kicks up doing this kind of stuff? Because, you know, live audience and stuff, nobody's watching it, it's like, well, could be somebody coming in at the time, you know. So I guess I just kind of, at the very least, needed one stream where I'm just kind of like, okay. And then I figured doing it this way, I know maybe this isn't the most compelling play on the planet, it's just something to relax. It's something where I can easily just shoot stuff and keep talking, you know, about whatever comes to my head. Where BR would be a little bit harder because I'm playing with and against other players. So I thought this would be a good jumping off point. And it would be just nice for me to be able to ease into it. Instead of doing the whole like throwing myself into the deep end kind of thing. So yeah, I definitely do stuff like that. When the season comes out, I want to go through like the battle pass and give my thoughts on stuff, and as news develops and stuff as we go through, that'd be fun too. Yeah, see, I just built gotta build that speaker. Got to reload this time. That was stupid. I always do that, man. Even in Apex and Overwatch, I always forget to reload. One of the things I hate is when I play Sombra in Overwatch. Like I'll go invisible and stuff, and I'll forget to reload the machine pistol. So I'll go and creep up behind somebody, right? I'm trying to be all stealthy with it so they don't detect me. And then I forget I didn't reload my gun. So I'll unveil myself, and I'll have like 3 bullets to fire with. It's such a noob move. It's like, man, I've been playing that game since 2018, and I still do it. Like, my God, I'm so bad. Oh my goodness. I keep saying, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll check the gold for the stuff, right? I just keep forgetting. Like, I've either said it to you guys, or I've done it mentally in my head, and I'm like, oh, I'll check this, and I don't. Oops. So, oh yeah, by the way, I will say things like you guys and whatever. I understand. I mean that as like a general term. I'm not trying to like exclude women. I know people get a little touchy about that, and I'm not trying to be. I mean, I could do the whole streamer thing, like, you know, chat, but I don't like the chat thing. It seems very streamer, I want to do this stuff, but we avoid the culture, you know, types or whatever. So, like, this is how you gotta do it. And I'm like, you guys, you people, random. Those in the void watching this after the fact. Hey, how you doing? I see you from the past. No, yeah. 300. What are these again? Oh yeah, that's a big one. 8. Oh yeah. Yeah, good point. Okay, so 186, and I've been farming for a bit. Just as a point of proof, I guess. Come over here. Here's a lady. And yeah, see, instant respawn. If you don't have the infirmary up, you gotta wait, I think it's 15 seconds for you to respawn. You're just like put in like this like card graveyard, like you're in Yu-Gi-Oh or something, and then you just gotta wait there. And it kind of stings. But yeah, if you look, build it up, it's 100, and I think it's 200 in the back. So that's 300 just for her. Get everything full. Okay, and then you come over here to the blacksmith, I guess is basically what you call him. You know, he's got his own requirement, which I think is another 300. And yeah, I'm only at 186 right now. That's not even enough to fill one of these people, let alone, you know, both of them. Again, if you're playing this with a full team or whatever, you would easily be able to, well, not maybe easily, but you would definitely be able to fill that stuff much, much faster. You know. Let's go check some other stuff to build. Fly like an eagle in about 40 seconds. Gonna fly like an eagle to the castle across the way. Point. Fire in the hole. I don't know why I kept firing over there. Like, well, I guess maybe I thought they were gonna move. Oh yeah, one bad like Fortnite thing is if you're doing this, right? I have my ADS set to toggle because I don't like holding and firing. It's difficult when you're trying to manage multiple buttons. I don't like having to push one thing down while trying to do stuff with my other fingers. So like, okay, you do this and it's toggled in, right? Not holding anything, just doing this. But if you fire the whole thing, you reload, right? Which is cool and fine. But then you automatically go back to ADSing. Like, I don't really like that. I wish it would go to non-ADS, because if you got someone close to you, like, say this was a zombie thing, and then I'm like, oh, I ran out of stuff, and then I gotta reload, and then I'm like, I'm zoomed in before, and, you know, like, zoomed in like this, and then I go like this, and then I'm zoomed in after as well. It can be kind of bad when you have people so close to you, you know, when you're trying to hit shots. So I wish there was a way to do it. Maybe there is, but I'm unaware of a way to do it where I can have it where it's the toggle ADS that I want, but when I reload, it goes back to just being like this and not like, you know, this. I don't know. And it's just small thought, criticism-y type thing. I mean, what do I know? I've been playing for a month. But, you know. I do love the motions they make when you hit them with a shotgun. They're like, oh, I can't believe you just did that to me. Oh, I'm offended that you would shoot me with a shotgun in the face. I'm very offended by your actions. I'm gonna call my lawyer. Oh, geez. I forgot to reload again. Oh, see, this is what I mean. I'm gonna get wrecked. Ah! No! Didn't help I had to think about the button. Ah! Save me. Oh, were they not coming in here? I was just being fucked. Alright, I have some stuff. Good demonstration. See how you just sit here and it revives in chunks. I don't have enough. What are we thinking of going? 77. I was trying to remember that. Oh yeah, still low this time. Alright. Where are we? Okay. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna try to build something. Yeah, let's go over here and try to build this small tower. I don't know if I have enough. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna come over here and then yeah, and then this one has a weird thing too. I forget what it says when you build the cages, but I know that that's another one that gives you stuff. So it's like I know the cages, when you build each of these big towers, specifically gives you stuff. When you build the catapult, the weapon forge, the infirmary, and then I think when you build everything is the next bonus. But don't call me. Oh, build that too. Cool, cool. See if I can construct the castle wall as well. I don't know how much of that I have left to input. Oh wow. Okay, cool. That's the rest of it towards the entrance. I didn't think I could build that. I've I was trying to hit him, but yeah. I switched weapons, like, no, bro. Not allowed. Okay, that doesn't say like anything funny. I couldn't remember. I was hoping it would say something funny. Oh, give me, I'm such a pro gamer. Even you can hit these. Hooray! Stevie Wonder could actually hit these zombies. Hooray! Alright, I'm gonna check these. Oh, that's cool. Makes a nice little, like, yeah, little sign thing. Contrail. Oh yeah, shield kegs is another thing you can get on there. I forgot all about that. Yeah, okay, actually I can demonstrate this. It's perfect. Okay, I was talking about the bow before where you shoot it, so yeah, you just do this whole thing. And then if it can reach the area, it'll clip onto it and then you can do this. There's no fall damage in this one, by the way. So, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I mean, the only really bad thing I don't like about the bow is like, okay, if you can't aim it well, or your distance is bad, like it won't do anything. I'm trying to shoot for something. Like, okay, if I was trying to like shoot all the way over there, it won't do it, you know. And that's kind of enough. So if you're really trying to save a situation, or you can end up like maybe doing that, where you're like, oh, I wanted to go further and stuff. Yeah, I forgot to reload. Like a true pro gamer over here. I'm trying to fix the weapon. Ah! No. No. Alright, man. Hold on, I got an itch or something. My nose. My itchy nose. Ah, alright, man. do 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 la 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 la. Give me 1 second, I want to check something. Just want to make sure. Cooking with gas. Cooking with gas, baby. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah. Okay, good. Just want to make sure the volume and everything was good. So I muted, hopefully muted my mic, and just want to check stuff. Probably should have done that earlier but I was kind of getting in a groove with talking and stuff, and I didn't want to really stop just to check the stream, but I was like, okay, I probably should check the stream at this point. You've been going on for almost an hour. Let's make sure, some fire hasn't occurred, like everything's burning down. Alright, cool. Good. I mean, the audio's not great, but it doesn't sound too bad for like a knockoff like Beats in-ear earbuds, maybe like HTC. I eventually do want to get like a proper headset. There's a Sennheiser like Game 1 or whatever that I'm looking at for I think 120, and it's open back, which is cool, so I could actually hear stuff around me a little better. So in real world environment, and it's got a nice mic that has like that proximity noise cancellation stuff. Like it's supposed to only really pick up your voice and not environmental sound. And it's got one of those flip to mute features and stuff like that, which I think would be really handy. I do have one on my controller too, but just in case the button ever takes a poo poo, I got it back up. That was cool. I wasn't really trying to do that, but all right. I was gonna do like catapult thing, I was gonna try to flamethrower them again. But no, that'll work. That will work. Yeah, we'll say the one bad thing with doing this on console and not having a camera. Well, not that I would really want to use a camera to show my face. Not like taking pictures and stuff, but the one bad thing is like you can't like see me with movements and stuff and know that I'm here. So like if I'm not talking, you're technically getting the gameplay sound, which just means this dude's being quiet. So if someone comes in and he's talking, they might be like, oh, okay, this dude's just focused on the gameplay and not really interacting with anybody. But then in the same aspect, then I kind of feel like I have to talk to counteract that, Not that I'm, incapable of just talking on and on and on. I can do that. But in the same aspect, you want it to feel organic and stuff and not feel like you're rambling or repeating yourself. So, it's hard having like a one-way conversation where I'm literally just sharing my inner thoughts instead of, actually doing like a Q&A or something if somebody was here. Which would probably make this a little easier in that regard. But in other ways too, it's kind of cool just talking and, if people listen back to the VOD or whatever, then it's always going to have something to listen to other than gameplay, even if it's just my meandering, I guess would be good. Basically me just amusing myself. Also, that's one of the things too, I didn't check the stream in comparison to my voice and the game size. So, yeah, that might not be great. If there's ads for this particular VOD, I'll keep that in mind for next time, and I'll have to turn the volume and everything down. See, that was another reason, too, why I didn't want to make this be like, oh, my first stream should be this big thing for the new season and everything like that. Like, that sounds good on paper, but in the same aspect, excuse me. what if my audio sucks? And stuff like that, at least with this, somebody wants to watch it, awesome. You just want to watch me screw around and stuff like that and listen to me talk to myself, great, love it. But then it's like, if the audio is bad on this one or whatever, you kind of consider this like the first pancake. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, it wasn't that great. It's like, oh, you got to fix the audio levels, or hey, maybe this thing cut out at this time, or, maybe you got to get, like, the bot to work or whatever. It's like, oh, or the stream title got messed up or whatever. You do all the technical stuff on the back end that you can manage and just go from there. So this way I don't have to worry about it being such a big affair. It can just be me screwing around. People watch, great. If they don't, I don't know. I'm just really here to pass the time. I don't really feel like sleeping. And I technically do quote-unquote need the Battle Pass levels, although I know need is not a word. Considering I'm at like 197 right now, I mean, I could get them just, scratching my butt in BR most likely over time. But I figured, why not? I really like this game, and I figured I'd play it. Like I said, this isn't too high intensity, so I can just keep it casual and just keep talking and stuff. And if someone does come in, I could actually have a conversation with them. Because I guarantee you it would be harder for me to do something like that if I was playing VR. Because either I'd have to play solo, in the game by myself completely. But, then I have to focus on if I do anything with anybody. Or I'd have to play, maybe squad or something. I generally like play solo squads playing around. Because if you play squads, you have a better chance of, getting, teammates that might actually want to coordinate, because there's 3 other people there, so they might actually give a crap, about wanting to go to the same location, or finishing challenges or whatever. Duos and stuff, it's like you could end up with, a lever, or someone that just wants to do their own thing. It's like, well, then you can end up 1v2 and stuff. And trios can be a little better, but not always great. I mean, as I found out in Apex, because they don't have squads in there, even sometimes trios can feel rough and things like that. So I feel with squads, it's harder to, one-man army that scenario, because, you're one person going up against 4 people, potentially. You do have a better chance, I feel, of someone actually working with you when you're queuing with randoms. Maybe that's all in my head, maybe there's actually a fact to it, I don't know, but it generally feels better for me. I think what's also really helpful with this game, too, unlike, say, Apex, is just the variety of crap that I feel I can do in a game, right? Because playing Fortnite, I can go in there, and I can work on, the season quests. I can even drop it like the log yard or whatever that place is with all the snow, and I can literally just hit the trees and stuff, and that actually works towards a milestone. It's not a lot of XP, but it's like every little thing I do can get me something. Driving a car, chopping down trees, whatever, just small stupid stuff, spending bars. It's like, or you can do the more complex stuff with the season passes. Then it's like, the season with the resistance stuff, and then it feels like, okay, I can go and run around the map and do that, Oh, hit the data thing, listen to the guy talk, and then you go collect this stuff and do that kind of stuff. And then it's like, then there's a PvE element. I can literally drop at one of the ships, or right now I think it's Tilted that has all the stuff, and just fight the AI bosses and the grunts and stuff like that. It's so cool. I feel like I have so much variety of how I want to approach the game every time I jump into a map. Because it's not just about the PvP. There's also PvE. There's also just general things of, like I said, driving a car and stuff that can earn you XP in the long run. And it's just really cool. With Apex, I always feel like every time I drop in, and even how the challenges are structured, it's definitely PvP at its core, right? There are small amounts of PvE in it. With the newer Storm Point map, you can fight the Prowlers and stuff. And, with the old Trials at World's Edge and stuff. So it's not like it's non-existent, but it doesn't feel like the main focus, and it's definitely not the main focus for the challenges. I remember, I think it was last season, seeing challenges for damaged spiders and prowlers and stuff was a thing, but it's that was one challenge. you know, a lot of them, it usually wants you to do something against people. You know, get knocks with ARs, do damages, you know, like Gibraltar or whatever. I mean, there's other things like opening supply bins and stuff that's less, you know, PvP oriented, but it's like, again, we're talking about, it feels like such a small portion. Where with Fortnite, there's just so much, you know, that I feel that I can do that doesn't necessarily have to include fighting other people, and I think that's cool. I mean, I know, like, some of the more hardcore competitive people might disagree with me on that, and I know there are people who take Fortnite more seriously than I do, that think PvE mixed with PvP is a bad thing. Because, like, oh, who wants to fight a full squad and then basically be third-partied by AI if somebody, you know, accidentally clips them with a random bullet and gets them involved. And I can understand how that's problematic. There's even people in Apex that say that's problematic. You know, I get what the problem is there. But in the same aspect, for someone like me who's not looking at, you know, making this into, like, a big competitive thing, like, I'm not climbing the ranks or whatever, you know, I just think it's a nice variety, because then I can do so much stuff when I go into a match, and it makes every match feel very different. You know, it doesn't just feel like drop at this hotspot place, pick up this OP weapon, shoot the person in front of me, and sadly Apex can feel like that a lot. You know, because it's like, when I get paired with randoms, man, okay, we go on World's Edge, most of them want to drop Fragment. It's like, okay, we drop Fragment, grab whatever weapon wasn't nerfed to crap that season, and then, you know, and then we go forward. And then, you know, it's like the same thing if you're going to, Olympics, and a lot of people like to drop the stage and stuff like that. It feels like you get in these loops of, you know, okay, go to the hot drop zone, grab the OP weapon, try to get kills kind of thing. If you don't have the OP weapon, pray you're just skilled enough to land a bunch of shots. With Fortnite, it doesn't feel like that. Yes, there are weapons that are better or worse than others. Yes, there are places that people go to more than others and all that stuff. I don't know, it just feels more varied in this game. Maybe it's my perception. Maybe it's my naivete about the whole thing. Maybe because I'm new and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know, man. It just feels different to me. Oh my god, I have so much gold. I keep forgetting to upgrade this stuff. I keep talking and talking and just like, oh yeah, by the way, there's actually stuff you're supposed to do in the game. I can finish my infirmary thing. Okay. That's all good. So, yeah. You know, there's pros and cons. Well, then I suppose that's true of every game. You know, it's like, I know I'm playing Fortnite right now, but I guarantee you I could go on some big tirade about the stuff that I like and don't like with Overwatch, especially with the Overwatch 2 handling of the whole thing. I'm not going to go into that. I might go into that on an Overwatch stream. You know, because why not? But, yeah. So, I mean, it's like every game has its pros and cons. I'm sure there's stuff I can find in here that I don't really like. You know, like, I know a friend of mine, Below the Duck, always talks about, like, you know, how, like, OP the drum shotgun is and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, man, I kind of get what you're saying. And it's like some of this stuff can really mess you up in terms of, you know, just fighting against it and things like that. And, you know, like I said, even some people would feel the AI is unfair, feel that it's unfair, especially, like, you know, if you get third party by it and stuff. Every game has its pros and cons. Some people just don't like just the general aesthetic of this game and maybe the audience it attracts, because, you know, I know a lot of kids play this stuff and it's like, oh yeah, I'm, you know, playing, you know, because my mom got me, you know, the thing for Christmas or whatever kind of stuff, and, you know, it just, sometimes it attracts that kind of stuff. People don't like playing with that sort of type of stuff because they just want to play with, like, speakers or whatever. You know, that can be a thing. And it's like, you know, every game has its skill. Some people don't like, you know, the monetization of it. Honestly, that's kind of where I'm at with Apex. It's like, the way they're monetized, I don't really like. You know? This system, I have my issues with it. If we're talking specifically monetization. Because there's certain things I see in the shop and I'm like, man, how is that worth 1,800 V-Bucks or whatever? But it's like general, because like what is it called? The boundless bundles, I think it was. They're like the pseudo superheroes, right? It's like me and Bobo that I just mentioned was looking at that the other day, and it was like it's 1,800 credits for one of these guys, and there's a bunch of guys and gals and stuff, and it's like there's also the other gear bundle where you get the cape and the harvesting tool and all that. It's like, man, that's kind of expensive. We figured it out, and it's like if you wanted every superhero or every pseudo superhero, it costs you like $120 or something. It's crazy. If you want to like that and all the gear and stuff, it's like, wow, that's kind of nuts. It'd be nice if there was like a bundle for the superheroes at least. Like maybe put all the girls in one bundle, put all the guys in one bundle, you know, and just on the price a little. But yeah, but generally speaking, I do kind of like the system of just going to the store. I know how much the stuff costs up front, and then I get it. There's certain things like, okay, they're all like the quest things or whatever. That, you know, okay, you buy them, you do the quest to get the stuff and extra V-Bucks or Battle Pass levels or whatever. But generally speaking, it's usually a one-to-one purchase. Here's my money, here's the item, everybody's good. You know, with Apex and stuff like that, it's like you do have the store and things like that. You have the event items you can buy. But then there's always like the loot box stuff tacked on top of it, and they limit how many of those you can get free. And, you know, on top of the Battle Pass monetization, which I know this game has too, and things like that. So it's like, yeah, sometimes it just feels like you get overwhelmed with so many choices and so much money that can potentially be poured into a game like this. And yeah, I know some people are like, oh, I'm fine with it because it's cosmetic only, it doesn't affect the gameplay. And it's like, yeah, I suppose you're technically right, you know. It doesn't affect the gameplay directly, but it's like they know what they're doing with the cosmetics. They know people want it. You know, they want cool skins for Mirage, or it's like they want to be Iron Man in Fortnite or whatever. It's like they know what they're doing. They're appealing to a certain type of thing. So it's like, I think, you know, as a game company and, you know, developers and whoever makes the decisions and stuff, you have to be kind of conscientious with that sort of stuff. You know, trying to find a good balance between profitability and also, like, being a consumer. And I mean, I think for the most part, I think Fortnite does a pretty good job of it. I mean, without going into some of the more controversial stuff about, like, overworking developers and things like that, you know, I don't want to get too far into that, at least not for this stream. But, you know, in a general sense, I think from what I see as a player, because obviously I don't know it from the other side, from a developer standpoint, but as a player, I do generally think it's not too bad. You know, I also do like the fact that, you know, you can, like the gifting thing to friends and stuff, that system is really cool. Because, like, in Apex, you can't really do that. You know, you can gift certain things, like, when they were having those, legend bundles, I think is what they called it. You know, like, you would buy one and then you'd get, like, a skin for Lifeline and then a weapon skin and all that kind of stuff. It's like you could gift those, like, within your ecosystem. As an Xbox player, I could gift those to another Xbox player. But to my knowledge, there was never a way to, like, give the stuff to friends. And that's one of the cool things I do like in the Fortnite thing. As long as you're friends with people and you both have, like, Epic accounts, and I think you have to have, like, two-factor authentication and stuff like that, you can give people stuff. And it's just a nice way to be like, hey, man, I saw you like this thing, you know, I had some spare V-Bucks, you know, you give it to you. So it can definitely be kind of like a camaraderie thing over it, like a small community thing over it, too. You know, that I do with, like, Film Phantom and all the people over there. And it's like, yeah, man, it's pretty cool, you know, because, you know, maybe it's just a cosmetic to some people, but, you know, it's just a small little thing to be like, hey, man, I was thinking of you, and I thought you would like this thing, and, you know, it's just kind of cool you can do stuff like that. And then the supported creator thing, too, I think is kind of cool, because I use Film's code. And it's like, yeah, so it's like, even if I don't buy something for him, you know, he's still getting some sort of benefit from it because I'm using his code and stuff like that. And it's like, you don't really see stuff like that in Apex. It's like they don't really seem to care about stuff. Also, I do find it kind of ironically funny now that I'm talking to myself. That I set this stream for mature content, which I think is smart, especially considering what I said before about Fortnite and attracting, sometimes attracting young players and stuff. But it's like the reason I said the mature thing is, at least in real life, I have a tendency to swear quite a bit, and I noticed I haven't really sworn a lot for the stream. I've generally tried to say like crap instead of shit and stuff like that. I'm not like trying to censor myself in the stream. I just noticed that's kind of how it's going. But I also understand that I am just killing zombies right now. I am not playing any sort of BR against players that frustrate me. So I'm not like, getting one clipped by some dude, 70 meters away and then screaming fuck very loudly, which potentially could happen. Stay tuned. So yeah, I mean, I just think that was kind of ironically funny. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the game and stuff. Yeah, it's like, so I was saying, how just certain things I feel are pros and cons. Fortnite versus everything. I will say the biggest thing that got me over here, and will probably be the main reason I stay or go, depending, is the no build. I know that's probably controversial amongst people that have played Fortnite since the beginning, but for me, it's just amazing, man. All this stuff you can do, like I can do it all in here. The sprinting and the sliding and the mantling and all this kind of stuff and the climbing stuff. It's great, dude. Like it feels Apexy. For someone who's been playing Apex since 2020, it just feels really cool to have like a third-person shooter that has that just cool mobility and stuff, and I love it. And then you're not having to deal with building, which always feels like something between you and your engagement with the other players, with fighting them and things like that. It feels like a literal wall, because that's what it is when you're building and stuff. And it's like, so to just have that removed and just have it be like a PvP experience as far as like in the moment is spectacular. I'm not having to build to protect myself or shoot through walls that are, that other players are trying to use to defend themselves. Well, that was a tongue twister for me, apparently. And stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I just think the no-build stuff's really fun. And to be honest, if they ever get rid of it, I don't know if I'm sticking with this game. Even after I've put money and stuff like that. And it's just, the no-build has changed so much for me. And the other stuff that they've added, like, all the stuff I just demonstrated. And the reboot vans they added a while back. And all that kind of stuff just makes it a really nice game for me. So it's just, I'm, really happy with that, and I think that's why I've invested so much time and even money in such a short period, because I'm really enjoying myself. It's one of the reasons why this is the first game I decided to stream with, because I found this mode, which even when you're playing with a bunch of other people, can be pretty casual and fun. I've probably spent half of my Fortnite time finding something in here for the creator and discovering mode. Like I said, I was playing this and parkour, and I played a little prop hunt with film and that and stuff. And it's like, yeah. And it's just, I think that's another thing too, I had such a good time with this game. Unlike Apex, I have other things where I can take a break. Because with Apex, it's like, unless there's some limited time mode going, you only have a choice between BR and arenas. And it's like, again, it's all PvP, and sometimes it can be very sweaty and very competitive. Where it's like, with this, I literally can earn XP for my battle pass, just chilling, building up a castle, shooting some zombies. It's nice. It's kind of calming in a weird way. It just gives you just a minute to just kind of breathe, take a step back, and just have a good time. And generally, too, when I'm doing this, obviously I can't do it while I'm streaming because licensing and copyright issues and stuff. But when I'm doing this by myself, I generally have music playing and stuff, too, or like a stand-up comedy show or something going in the background. Just to kind of chill, jam out to and stuff, which is fun. Yeah, it can be a very nice, relaxing time. Alternatively, there's stuff in the creative directory and stuff that can be very sweaty and competitive itself. I've played some of the parkour stuff, and some of those are really, really intense, like the death runs and stuff. Ooh, boy. And it's like, if you're looking for a good challenge, you can find that too. Which is, it's just nice. And I think it's cool that, you have some of the epic made modes, and then you have all these individual people doing all this stuff, and it's like I applaud, you know, that they're able to do this kind of stuff, and they put the time and the effort into it, because that's just fantastic, man. You know, like somebody created this game. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Subway Surfers for mobile game, but it's like one of those like temple run games where you gotta like dodge trains and stuff. And they like did a pretty good job, the small team, of recreating that type of feel in Fortnite, where you're running, you know, up trains and stuff, and you gotta like duck under these barricades and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't feel quite like the regular game that it's based off of, but it gives you that cool kind of experience in Fortnite, even though it's not a main part of Fortnite. I just think that's really cool, you know. Same thing with like even the prop hunt and stuff like that, or like imposters. Again, I'm not like an Among Us fan, but you know, that's another cool thing. It's like, oh, if you like that style of game, there's literally one in the creator discovery thing. You know, and I just think that's really cool. You can have so much variety with this game, and a lot of it earns you XP and stuff that you can use towards your battle pass, so it doesn't feel like you have to pick one or the other. And that was another problem I had with Apex, is sometimes they would run like limited time modes, right? But the limited time modes wouldn't work towards your battle pass challenges or towards the events for that time, your prize trackers. So you'd have like the Winter Express thing or Shadow Royale or whatever, and it's like you literally couldn't earn battle pass levels because you couldn't do the challenges within the mode. And it was just so frustrating, because then it felt like I had to choose between playing this fun game mode that I enjoy or completing, you know, a kind of grindy battle pass. So in Fortnite, it's like, yeah, don't get me wrong, this thing is a bit grindy. It has 200 levels, you know. But sorry if you heard that. So it's like, yeah, this stuff can feel kind of grindy because there's 200 levels. And yeah, the reason I got through this in a little over a month is because I've been working at it so hard. But the difference is, on like with the Apex thing that I was saying before, is with this, I feel like I can play what I want within reason. Yes, maybe doing this isn't giving me as much XP as I would be, you know, in BR, doing a bunch of challenges, but in the same aspect, you know, I'm having a good time, and it's a low stress environment, especially if you're doing something like this right now. And so it's just, I don't know, it's nice to have that variety. It's nice to be able to take a break even within the game I'm playing. And just, yeah, it's pretty fun. And then, you know, you add in the fact of having all these crossover skins. Like, I can't play as Iron Man in Apex. I mean, that wouldn't make much sense, doing theirs. You know, the legends are specifically tailor-made for their own abilities and stuff, but you get what I'm saying. So it's like in this game, it's like, yeah, man, you get all these different varieties of game modes. You can work on your battle pass. There's still, like, general LTMs. But then you can also be, like, cool characters that you like from anime and superhero stuff. And I don't know, it's just a nice combination. You know, once you get past some of the other stuff of, like, you know, like I said, how this, you know, the game's popularity and sometimes the audience that attracts, and or if it's like me, you know, being able to play the no build stuff is amazing. Even though I know there's a lot of build fans out there, I could never really get into the building. I tried playing this game years ago, and I couldn't get into it with the building. I tried. I think this was also before they added in the reboot bans and stuff like that too. So like if you died, to my knowledge, you were dead. There was no coming back from that, and it was just so frustrating. But now it's like we have the cards and stuff, and it's really cool. And I hope for other changes down the road that I really enjoy. I want to get better ones. I have one and I need 91. Is that 81? I think it's 81. Right. I think you get the SMG. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, they're right here. I was looking for them. Alright. Sorry if you hear a bit of a noise. My roommate just came on. So, opening and closing doors and stuff. You might hear that, you might not. But I just thought I would address it just to... Oh yeah, did I already do everything over here for all the gold stuff? Because if so, I can start getting cool, I can start getting cool stuff from... Yeah, alright, well, I can start getting cool stuff from... what else did I do? Can I get anything else over here? Proximity mines, smoke trail... Okay. Grappling bow. What did I do to get the other? There's the... What did I do to measure? Oh. Gotta build 4 small towers. I couldn't even do that. Alright, let me reload. Oh jeez, the big boy is back in town. Jeez, woo. That was crazy. Alright, I'm gonna reload. Reload time. I can't believe it's been almost an hour and a half. Jeez. Time flies when you're talking to yourself, I guess. I'm starting to get a little hoarse, though. I think I might have to grab a beverage in a minute. I'll make you all aware if I step away for a little bit to get something to drink before I do so, just to let you know. But I'm just telling you right now, I might have to do that. Oh, there we go. It's actually a number I recognize, 44. Hoorays. Alright, let me see. Yeah. So maybe I can... I'm trying to think of how I could pull this up. Oh. Can I do it like that? Okay, yeah. Cool. There you go. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to grab a beverage and then we can continue. Alright. There we go. I got myself some water. So I could not feel hoarse in my throat. I figured that'd be a good way to do it. Just type up there, I'll be right back, because I obviously can't do any sort of be right back screen or whatever, as it, you know, how this is set up. So I figured that's at least better than nothing. That way if someone came in and was like, oh hey, you know, why is there like dead silence or whatever, it's like, oh hey, you know, there's at least a little message for you to check out. Yeah, I've already been streaming here for 90 minutes. I'm getting a little tired now. I'm not sure if I'll do the whole switch sides and farm up the other part. But, kinda want to. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I haven't really decided. Alrighty. Oh. Is that considered small? Yeah, that's the entrance. Oh, that's the small top. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, why isn't he giving me the ranger? I forgot. Okay, small tower's on the other side. Now, I know somebody watching that might be like, wait a minute, well, what do you mean? Well, here's the thing. When I saw this stuff over here, I thought it was part of this whole area, like including here and stuff. I didn't realize I hadn't made the small tower yet. I was like, oh, shoot. Because when I saw a gap, I thought it was going to be filled in by this. I forgot how small the entrance actually is. So I was like, oh, I'll grab the ranger. I kind of wanted to demonstrate it because it's one of my favorite guns in the game. And I think that's partially, you know, to blame on the streaming and stuff. But like, oh yeah, you forgot to do this thing. Well, yeah, dude, you're trying to pay attention to multiple things. Alright. So yeah. Tower and everything's over here built. So I think that's, is that the last piece? I think that's the last main piece, yeah. I'm gonna wait for it to count down the rest of the way. And let's see if that gets me the other pop-up. This should be the pop-up for the big XP. Yep, right there. Yeah. 10,000. Cool. Alright. So yeah. I mean, obviously, if you played this before, you've probably seen this. So I just want to showcase this because, I assume it's been in the game before at different points, but this came in for me after like a week I'd been playing. You know, there was a big announcement on in the tab area when you open the game and stuff. And honestly, I really love this gun. Like, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because generally I like shotguns in games, but the experience I had with Fortnite up until this point were kind of iffy because I had tried like the tactical and the auto and stuff like that. But to find this gun, dude, this thing is sick. I love it. It's like my favorite gun in the game. Definitely my favorite of the shotguns. I just like this whole thing of how it works. Like, you hit one, you fire, you hit one, you fire. It just has a nice flow and a cool feeling to it. Like, I could use this thing all day. It's just like fun. Then, like, yeah, and you ADS, it gets nice and tight and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, this is so cool. I just love the animations when you reload and everything. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, I just wanted to demonstrate that. Oh, see. Oh, can I upgrade you more? 44? I have 45. Perfect. Alright. I'm gonna find the other weapon. I kind of want to like showcase because there's like a story. Here it is. Okay. Is there a cool Okay, so funny story with this hunting rifle thing, or at least the story I find personally, is, okay, as I said, this was one of the first game modes I checked out when I started coming to this game, in Fortnite in general. And, I wasn't really good with the hunting rifle thing, like, at all. I thought it was a cool concept, because, as I mentioned, I'm not really into the whole sniper thing. But this weapon actually takes sniper ammo, so I thought it'd be a cool way for me to actually take the ammo that the game is giving me a crap ton of, but use it toward a weapon I actually like. And I like it in theory, because it has just a cool way about it. Like the single shot thing, like I said, I kind of like about the shotgun that I just demonstrated, and stuff like that. But I wasn't really good with it, because I noticed, like, when you, like, with ADS or whatever, there'd be a slight dip down. I just wasn't used to firing that way. So, like, I would go to shoot at people, and then it would, like, miss them. And it was so frustrating. Well, I found out this was, like, the only place I could do it was in the creator thing, because it wasn't in the main game at the time. Well, then I found out they had vaulted this gun for, like, a week, right? And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. So I went into this mode, and, like, with other people and stuff like that, and shooting at the zombies, because I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll do everything I can to try and make this better, you know, to improve my skills with it. And so it's like I spent, like, 2 days and stuff doing this, getting better with it, trying to learn the down curve and all this kind of stuff, and it's like by the time I got around to actually using it in the BR itself, it was gone. They threw it back in the vault, and then took out the sideways stuff, I think it was. So it's like that. That was just kind of amusing and a little frustrating to me. It's like, oh, I spent this time playing with this gun, practicing with it, and then you take it away from me. But I mean, I guess that's just Fortnite, right? They're constantly vaulting and unvaulting that kind of stuff. I wasn't trying to aim for you, but okay. Oh. But yeah. I just thought that was kind of funny and like a frustrating, you know, ironic kind of thing. You know. He's just staring at the tree like, look at this tree. It is magnificent. I'm just trying to do stuff different. Let's do the combat one. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what I wanted. And my mind's like, duh, I don't remember. Do you not remember? And the answer is no. I think I'll go with the MK. MK? Maybe? Well, no, actually, let's go with the assault. Alright. Oh wow, I'm almost at 198. I noticed I didn't go over any of the black market stuff that I wanted to do. I mean, I've already been going for over an hour and a half. I actually really do want to do like the whole battle pass interview thing. Then I can at least like clip it or something, like take a chunk of it out. Speaking of like clips and stuff, I do want to eventually get like VODs off here and stick them on YouTube for like an archive sort of thing. Because I always kind of hate when who stream and stuff don't have like some way to actually talk is, you know, even if you're a partner on Twitch, they only save your stuff at a limited time, you know. So if I had it like a YouTube VOD, just upload stuff there and it could just be there. So like if anybody cared to watch this in, you know, 6 months, it's there. I know it doesn't get a lot of views, it doesn't get a lot of traction, but it's not about that. It's just about, you know, streaming this for people. And to be honest, I get it, man. Twitch isn't everybody's bag. It's not even really my bag. You know why I'm streaming here? 2 reasons. 1, because to my knowledge, the only way to do it like directly from the Xbox like app stuff is through Twitch. I don't think they allow you to. There's no like thing to the interface for that. No, I could be wrong. As far as I know, there isn't. I only saw an option to set up 2 friends and stuff that have stream on here. You know? So if I wanna like game or whatever, you know, you're on Twitch to do that. You being on YouTube and fuck all for that. So that's another reason. But to be honest, all things said and done, I am a YouTube guy. I spend most of my time on YouTube, watching other content creators, both big and small. And it's just fun. And if I do like videos in the future, like actual separate from the stream type videos, I plan on putting them on there, of course. So, yeah. Plus, you know, it's better to diversify for their portfolio, for people to find you and blah, blah, blah. You know, that analytics crap. So, yeah. So I'm gonna see about doing that. I would have to make a channel for the VODs. And, I actually don't know how to download them off of here. I don't know if that's just a normal thing you can do or you have to go through like some sort of third-party thing to do it, but I'll try to figure it out. Because, I mean, it's just something I personally want to do, even though it can be kind of a pain. It might not be that worthwhile from like a monetary or even from like a discovery aspect. But I just think it'd be a cool idea. You know, because that way it's there. I don't have to worry about Twitch deleting it or whatever. I'm not sure if this one will actually make it to VOD's channel I want to do. I just recently maybe watching this before this new update. Just knowing I'm trying to do that in the future. And when I do that, I will let you know. I will also probably give updates or whatever on my Twitter, which is Striker Creates. The name you put in for it as far as how it appears, not your @ but the name above it is Jonathan Striker, and it's at Striker Creates. So if you want to go over there, I do eventually want to post things like live notifications, anything I feel is worth discussing about the games and things like that, you know, new Fortnite season or whatever, general information and stuff like that. So yeah. Again, I'll be more vocal about that going forward as well. I thought about trying to push stuff for this stream, putting up the notifications and all that kind of stuff, and linking the content creation Twitter account to my personal one, which is Tweets73, and stuff like that. But I was like, well, this is kind of more going to be a test stream than anything else. If people showed up, that was going to be great. If they didn't, that's fine too. You know, we all got lives, and I am playing Fortnite, which is, you know, a heavily populated category on Twitch, so I understand. So that's fine. And it's like I didn't really want to promote something if I didn't know all the kinks were worked out. So going forward, that is something I would like to do. You know, no promises on a time of moving or anything like that. That is something I would like to do more. I also think it'd be cool to like make small clips out of things, and put them up for like YouTube Shorts and stuff. I'm not doing TikTok. I don't like TikTok, but I wouldn't mind doing stuff for YouTube. Again, I do really like the platform in general. And really, the only reason I'm not streaming over there is because a lot of my friends stream over here, and it would be harder for me to get this particular stuff up and running on YouTube, especially with RPC. I don't even know if I can actually. Yeah. So yeah, that's the plan. You know, for anybody watching this, wondering what the future holds. Yeah, I do have someone to talk. Not sure how long it'll take and stuff. You know, growing out a platform takes a while, and you know, me wanting to do like actual content that isn't streaming. Might take a while. Especially if I have to like, figure out a way to film it. I might use my phone. I know that's not like the best phone in the world. It's not a bad phone. Like a 2-year flagship LG, so it's not great, but it's not bad. I thought it might be enough to just do some of the content that I wanted. Which I was no, don't buy it. Well, actually, yeah, buy it. And I was thinking about doing stuff mainly with food and drinks. I thought that would be just something I really enjoy doing. I like sampling a lot of food and a lot of beverages and stuff. I thought it'd be cool. One of the things I do have a lot of lying around because I enjoy is G Fuel, and I thought, you know, doing like taste tests and reviews and stuff would be cool. Again, I know that's kind of a saturated market too, because a lot of people do that. But again, just stuff I enjoy, you know, and that way it wouldn't be so directly connected with this stuff too. So like the people who would rather watch other people play Fortnite, again, 'cause it's a very popular game, might find some enjoyment in other types of content I produce. Because if I was to do YouTube videos that were similar to this stuff about gaming and things like that, that might have a better overlap for audience wanting the Twitch and YouTube experience. But if people are into other creators, that would be kind of bad for me, right? Because that way I can diversify what I'm trying to do, which has its pros and cons, you know. So I figured, you know, I'll give that a shot. That's stuff I'm right to do. And just, yeah. I also thought it'd be cool, once I can afford it, subscribing to like snack boxes and stuff. Like, there's a couple of these. There's a couple of those like Tokyo, like Japan snack things that you can do, like those subscription boxes. And I thought that would be kind of cool. Like the camera and stuff, because usually those come with pamphlets and stuff of what the snack is. So I could actually try the snack, review the snack, discuss it. I just thought that would be nice. And if you do the subscription boxes like every month, that would give a variety of stuff to do where I could at least do like a couple videos or something. You know, maybe end up buying more energy drinks and stuff, because I've also tried Rogue and stuff like that. I could maybe buy another one of those trial stack things that give you all the flavors. And, you know, do a nice review and stuff like that, because I don't have all the flavors I can. So I can easily get access to Rogue. I could review my G Fuel collection, which there's about a dozen and a half flavors there, so that would be a little bit. I'm also a big fan of Coca-Cola products and like Pepsi and stuff, so I could do that. Like, I just tried the new Mountain Dew Flaming Hot beverage. That was nice. You know, that stuff like that. And I've seen other people have some success with that on YouTube. You know, something I enjoy, people might watch it. You know. But you know, again, none of this is fully concrete or has like a timeline, I guess is the best way to say it. This is just me thinking out loud on stream since I'm talking to myself. And I figured it'd be just, you know, good to let everybody know if you are watching this, you know. Also, I think it was cool too the first time I used the black market, I got a weapon. Because I kind of wanted to at least show off some of the weapons. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I'll be able to. And I was able to. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I want to do or say before I sign off, or maybe go at least review the battle pass or something. whatever isn't immediately in the game. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if I could. I mean, I could hop over to the other side and do stuff. I'm getting actually a little tired. Force that with effort. Yeah, I think we should just call it quits here. And yeah, I think we'll go do the battle pass. Okay. Oh, I also should state, anything I look at that has like the music playing or whatever, it shouldn't play for me. I have the streamer mode thing enabled. Otherwise, I might get hit with like copyright crap. Because like, if you're doing like the ritual dance and stuff like that. So it probably won't play, but I mean, I can at least talk about those things if they appear. So yeah, let's talk about the battle pass. Okay. So as I mentioned before, I've done this about a month. I pretty much have all the rewards, including Prowler and the Omni Sword. So let's just start with the main pass. Alright, let's go back here to page 1. Now, as I mentioned before, I don't typically care for a lot of the Fortnite's original creations. So with that in mind, I can honestly say that things like the Suzuki 2.0 don't really interest me. Now, this tech burst wing I thought was really cool, actually, because it matches the Omni Sword so well. And I thought they make just a wonderful pairing if you want to use a harvesting tool and have like a matching back bling with it. So I thought that was really cool. And I'll talk more about the sword later once we get to that particular section. As far as the other stuff, these emoticon things, while I think they are a neat idea, they don't really do much for me. I have found, like, with that Boundless bundle I was talking about earlier with the cape, that you can put, like, those emoticon sticker things on the cape and stuff. So if I have more variety later, because right now this is all I have, being a new player, I think that would be cool actually going forward, and I might like this sort of stuff better because I can use it in more diverse ways. You know what I'm saying? This, again, I'm really not big on sprays. I don't really use them much in Overwatch. And while I do kind of like hollow sprays in Apex because it's like a thing you throw out and then it shows the spray, this stuff where you just put on a wall doesn't really interest me as much. Now, with it being Marvel and me being a big Marvel fan, this does have more appeal to me because of that. So I would definitely say that this is cool. This goes good as the back bling with the glider. Yeah, that was actually a glider. I messed up. I said that was a back bling. I meant to say it was a glider. But yeah, so this it's cool again if you wanna have the other thing as a glider, but then also have the back bling to match when you're running around the map. This I just think is a cool picture and stuff like that. I do like this and stuff. And this too I think looks cool. Again, I'm not really into a lot of the original content stuff, but it does look neat. Now this is where my whole original content thing goes out the window. I absolutely love how they do wraps in this game. Because like, okay, in Apex, if you want, say like a common wrap would be like a midnight color that looks black. You have to buy midnight for every single gun you want to use it on. The flatline, you have to buy it. The Havoc, you have to buy it, and so on. What's really cool about how the, excuse me, I have to mute for a minute so I can clear my throat better. What's really nice, I'm back. What's really nice about the Fortnite system is how you guys have it where it's like, oh, I can take this cool wrap and just slap it on whatever I want. I can slap it on my ARs, slap it on my SMGs, slap it on my vehicles and everything else in between and all that. So it's like, it's cool that I don't have to buy the wrap like multiple times for each individual weapon. That is one thing I will say is really amazing with the Fortnite system. And even the stuff that isn't like themed after Marvel or like an anime or cartoon in some way, it looks really nice. Like this, honestly, from just a wrap standpoint, is really cool. Now, like these colors, I wouldn't really like in like a skin for the regular Fortnite characters, but specifically for a wrap, I think is fantastic. It's very nicely done for what it is. It's a little maybe cartoony and toy-like and stuff, but I kind of dig that. It's very cool. Okay, on to the next thing. Again, same with this one. I do like the wrap stuff in general, and there's only a couple wraps I found that I don't really enjoy. Like, I find the Galaxy hard to look at because of the space theme and stuff. It kind of like messes with my eyes, so I don't really like that. But in a general sense, I think it's cool. This, of course, the emote with the sword. Anything to make this sword cooler is, top notch in my book. This whole, like, chainsaw thing. Now, again, being a new player, I don't really understand the point of this. I don't know if it's supposed to go with, like, the gunner character or whatever. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to go with him or not. But I have to admit, I don't really like the chainsaw stuff. I don't really like this. I don't really like this. It's just not my bag. I get what they're trying to go for, but in general, I don't like it. Especially because the stuff's kind of noisy and things when you're using it. And just, I don't like the general look. The Gunna character himself, again, I mentioned how I don't like a lot of the original creations of Fortnite, so for him, he's not all that appealing for me. I do think, like, this is cool just because it's a neat concept, and it's nice to have a variety of banner icons. Again, not big into sprays, and it being of a original Fortnite creation doesn't really appeal to me all that much. Same with the screen. Okay. Loading screen. Okay, on to page 3. Again, saw thing with the emote stuff, not my thing. A recolor of a skin of a character I don't really care about. Same thing here. Now, I will admit, the helmet version does look cooler because, he kind of has like this Colossus meets Iron Man vibe about him, and that does definitely increase the cool points in my book, but not enough for me to be like, oh, woo, that's so amazing, Again, same with the emoticon thing. I get the point of them, but not really my thing. Same with this thing. It's, another color of that skin concept. The music packs, I actually don't play this game with any music on for like these and stuff, so I don't pay attention to them, I don't listen to them, none of that kind of stuff. If you guys are hearing the music now, I don't know if you are, but this is honestly the most I've ever listened to it that I can hear in my ears. It's just not something I really go out of my way for. I get what the point of this is because of the fortress POI thing, but again, it doesn't really appeal to me. I know it's part of the whole lore and stuff, but I'm not really into Fortnite for its original content and lore. So for me, I'm just kind of like, eh. Again, chainsaw thing, not really my deal. Again, spray for a character I don't really care about, whatever. Now this is an exception. I think the wings are cool. These match so many characters. Obviously it looks a little weird on her because she has that anime cartoon style, and the wings do not. But generally speaking, I do really dig the wings in just a general sense. It's very cool. Same thing with this Imagine Blade, the sword here. It's just, again, it's a neat looking harvesting tool. I'm a huge fan of knives, swords, daggers, any bladed weapon. I guess I kind of don't like axes that much. But like, anything of like this type of shape and aesthetic and stuff, I find very cool. Obviously, again, same thing I said earlier before about the original characters. Same with her. But I do think the general icon is cool. Again, this being the glider that looks like the wings, again, very cool. This I actually specifically do like a lot. Again, with the loading screen, with the original stuff, not really my bag. Now this bat, I do think is kind of cool for the sense that it reminds me of the Lucille bat type thing from The Walking Dead. And considering I don't know if we have that, I don't think Negan's part of the Walking Dead crossover. So to not have it officially, but have something like this is very cool. Segway stuff. Segway's cool. Controversial and stuff like that, I just think it's neat. So I'm all for those. I get the graffiti thing and what they're trying to do, but that contrail just really doesn't work for me. This thing is kind of cool because it reminds me of the mainframe set, which I'll probably go over that too. 1 second. I'll probably go over that too because technically it was part of the season, not part of the battle pass, but a thing you could purchase. It was the big season bundle, and I like that because it looks like the Fortnite style of the teddy bear that the other person has that I will show. Again, loading screen of characters that I don't really care about, so I'm like, eh. I do think that's cool because it looks like the cat, but other than that, yeah. Again, character I don't care about, who cares? Same thing with this, same thing with this. Now the wrap, cool wrap. Again, it's not one that I dislike, like I was mentioning with the Galaxy, so aces in my book. Now this one, I will say for an original creation thing, I do like it because I like the general image. The image is very cool. So this one does kind of get a pass on my whole I don't like original Fortnite stuff. It's okay. It's not like my favorite emote or whatever. Again, goes for someone I don't really care about, so, And I already mentioned how I feel about the music packs. Again, another wrap. Very cool. Neat wrap. I don't really see anything wrong with it. I'm glad it's in the game. Yippee-ki-yay. Don't have much to say with this. I will say this is a better one because, I think the battle bus looks very cool and stuff, but again, I don't have any big attachment to it because it's Fortnite stuff. And yes, I know I'm playing the game, but I'm not like, oh my god, Fortnite. Him knowing his story and stuff is kind of cool. He does have a neat built-in emote, but again, it's not really my thing. Pretty much anything that's made originally for Fortnite and isn't some sort of crossover thing, unless it's the anime type stuff, I'm going to be like, about. This is kind of cool. It is a neat idea for a weapon and definitely would work with some of the Marvel characters and stuff. Like the Thanos thing or whatever, you could definitely see that being something he would wield. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Again, Also, not really my thing. I get it goes in him and stuff, but not really my thing. Alright, now we're getting to some of the stuff that I can actually talk about that I really do like. Original character for the anime stuff. Absolutely amazing. I love this. I love her harvesting tool. And I love the wheel of daggers that go with it. I also do like the general cat helmet banner thing. Him I don't really care much about. Her back bling, again, very cool. It's got that anime cartoony style. Very neat. And this one I will actually say that I care about because, again, it's attached to the... Excuse me, I need to burp. It is attached to the anime character, so I think that is very awesome. Again, attached to the character, so I'm cool with it. I think it's neat that they give you the daggers in not only a glider, but a contrail. So it's like you can have both put together or separate them to get, a different kind of vibe. Again, cool emote for the cool daggers. I just have to say this is one of the emoticons I like more because it does the heart of her back bling. So that's cool. Again, don't really care. I do think the emote's cool. Just the transformation thing, but as far as the overall character, I don't really care. Music pack, I already talked about how I feel about those, and that one's kind of Is that everything? Wow, did I really go through all of that? Wow, that went quicker than I imagined. Okay. Oh yeah, and then for this, I forgot about this part. A recolor of hers. Now, this is really cool, because as it'll point out later, you get recolors of all the other stuff. I think it's cool that when you get stuff like this, you get a recolor of the back bling, you get a recolor of the daggers, contrail, that kind of stuff. It really makes it so when you're trying to do those presets for your locker, it's wonderful. Okay, last one. I do like this because it's a Marvel icon. You know, same with this being Marvel, 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 this being Marvel. I love Marvel. Glad it's all in the game. Like I said before, Doctor Strange is not my favorite character in the world, but I'm glad it's all here. Especially too because I mix a lot of this stuff with a Wanda skin that I have because she just came out, and yeah, that's awesome. All right, sorry about that. Specifically, I was talking about the Omni Sword before, so let's talk about it now. This, like, I don't like every blade, I don't like every color, I don't like every guard, but just the sheer amount of customization you can do with this thing is just, it blows my mind, man. Like, you can have two of the same blade on one side, you can mix and match all these different things, you can have a single blade, you can have multiple, you know, you can have the two, like, holding one in each hand, you know, as, like, we went over the emote and stuff before. There's just so much to this, and I'm very glad they put something like this in here. Now, if you notice, I have everything. I love that you can do all the colors and the guards. I have all the sounds. It's just wonderful. The bad thing is, I mean, I get why, you know, it's a pass. It's supposed to take a while. The bad thing is, like, this took me quite a while to get everything together. I ended up having to find all the chips for the quests up until last week. I ended up having to do all of the quest challenges and stuff up until last week, and it took me a while to amass this thing. But I'm so glad that I have it because it gives me so much variety and so much customization. Prowler thing, I can go over just really quickly and easily. I generally like the stuff. I do think his glider is very cool, and the wrap is amazing. As far as the Prowler character, I don't really have any... Oh yeah, this is good too. As far as the Prowler character goes specifically, again, not one of my favorite Marvel characters. I would much rather have, like I said, I'm a big fan before of Spider-Man, Wolverine. I would also love to have people like Magneto in the game. Magneto would be sick. Even people like Quicksilver, Avalanche, Pyro. Oh, Pyro. Like, I actually really like the Brotherhood of Mutants and stuff like that. So, I mean, even like Rogue and Gambit I know are in, like, packs or whatever. I like the item shop bundle sets. They'd be cool too. Like, okay, there's so many more Marvel characters that I like above Prowler. I don't, like, dislike him, and I do like Doctor Strange more than him, so I'm not saying he's, like, a bad character, you know, but it's just not my favorite. I'm glad I did these quests, I'm glad I own the thing, because it's Marvel, it's cool, I'm glad I own it. But how often would I use these, I really can't say. You know, only time will tell. Okay, and as far as the bonus rewards are concerned, let's go back all the way to the beginning. Again, don't much care about her. This is very cool. I do wish that this was part of the main battle pass, because it's like, it gives you everything else, you know, right? You're playing as Stephen Strange, you know, you're getting his glider, you're getting the book on his back, the emoticon thing with the GG, all this kind of stuff is in the main pass, but they have you do the bonus rewards, which I think it was like, what, 15 stars or something for this? And it's like, it's in the bonus rewards. It's like, it should be in the main thing. All the other contrails are in the main thing, you know, for the anime woman over here and stuff like that. It's like, why wasn't this? So that's really my only gripe with this. I think it's very cool. I just wish it was part of the main pass and you didn't have to do the bonus rewards to get it. For her, again, very cool. The Sylvian thing, again, as it's going to run through, there's daggers, and there's the harvesting tool, you know, the back bling, all that good stuff. And I think that's amazing. Again, great if you're trying to put everything together to make a particular set for your locker. This is cool. Works great and stuff like that. I use that with Doctor Strange. This is another thing I do wish was part of the main pass. Because again, it's a wrap that goes with Doctor Strange. Why is it in the battle pass? You tell me you couldn't have put it somewhere in the main pass. I get it. But it's like page 2. In order to collect page 2, you got to complete the pass and collect page 1. So it's like if somebody just really wants this wrap, but, you know, say doesn't care about her or doesn't care about him, or hell doesn't care about her, you got to collect all these different rewards just to get the one thing you really want. And it's just, I think that kind of stinks. But I mean, I get it. It's a semi-new system they're trying out and stuff. Versus like their old system from back in the day. So it's gonna have its pros and cons. All right. Again, don't much care about her. Care about her. Care about her. These, okay. While I like the helmet picture as the banner, I don't really like the helmet for excuse me. Sorry, I had to burp. I don't really like it for her. I get the helmet thing's kind of cool because like the people from the was it 7 or whatever, the like Origin or all of them have like cool helmets and stuff. So for her to have her own is kind of neat. But yeah. Here is where I start to have very mixed feelings about stuff. See, the problem with pages 3, 4, and 5 is they all have very specific themes. This page is entirely Stealth Silver, this page is entirely Tempest, this page is entirely Vivid. And the problem with that is nothing goes with this crap. None of it is designed. Like, okay, the easiest one to explain would be the anime girl. She has none of her other stuff. Her harvesting tool, her glider, her contrail in Stealth Silver, or in Tempest, or Vivid. So you don't have things that automatically go with it. You either have to use the base stuff and hope it kind of matches, or you have to go a completely different direction and put things together. Like as I mentioned, I was doing it in game. I took her General Tempest skin and added a bunch of Doctor Strange stuff to it. I used the Style Supreme wrap. I have the book on her back. I even kept her cape on to try and make her look more like a sorceress and stuff like that. But it's like she has nothing as part of the rewards you get this season that really go with it, and that's kind of frustrating. So yeah. As far as like the general style, I think the silver's cool. I think it looks good. I think the Tempest is generally cool. The Vivid one is a little hit and miss. I do like her hair. Oh shoot, it doesn't show for the big preview. Oh, there it goes. I do like her hair and stuff like that. Like, I do think it's nice, but again, it's a problem of what do I put with it? Maybe that's a personal thing, but yeah, So that's really my only thing is like, if you really want stuff to like, do the whole matchy thing, like these last 3 pages are just really not good for you. Excuse me, I'm going to pause the mic for a minute so I can take a drink. So yeah, I mean, that's really my big issue with it is there's nothing in the general set that goes with them. So honestly, once I got to finishing this page, I didn't really care about these as much. And also, I'm in the same system problem that I was in earlier that I mentioned. I don't really care about this character, or this character, or this character. I just want her and I just want him. But I have to collect everything to get everything on this page, to go to this page. And it's like, it would just be nice if you could be a little more picky and choosy. Like, I understand that the bonus rewards need to be bonus. So it's like, well, you have to finish the battle pass and stuff like that, which I generally understand. But I just wish beyond that point, they would let me pick and choose. Because it literally is bonus rewards, so I should be able to take the rewards I want. And the only reason I really like these first 3 pages, and I don't mind buying some of the stuff, is like, okay, she comes with 5 rewards when you claim her. She comes, with her skin, the different stuff, the alternate thing. She has the alternate color for the back bling. I don't mind claiming these because it gives me a variety of stuff. But once you get to pages 3, 4, and 5, that's it. Claiming this literally just gives you her Tempest thing. It does not give you, like I said, an alternate color for her harvesting tool, for her glider, for nothing. If it did that, I would like this more. If it did it for this, same thing for all these people. I would love recolors of the stuff that I have earlier in the battle pass. Why aren't they a thing? Unless that's something that's going to come out next season or something, or is it just they didn't have time to make it, or that would be too much value for the past? I don't understand the reason. So it's just kind of upsetting. Not like, rage upsetting, but, it's just kind of like, I would like to make cool matching outfits and stuff like that. But I can't, because they're not in the game. Unless I'm missing them somewhere. I mean, if they are, man, please tell me, but I can't find them. Anyway, so that's the battle pass. The other part that I wanted to go to talk about the pack. The pack I thought was amazing for this season because you got her, Zoe, and I think she's just really cool. Also, I really like her harvesting tool. Okay, the only gripe I have with her harvesting tool is if you notice on the bottom left there, the edit style is grayed out. There's no other version of this. But if you check out the other anime characters that I got from that infiltration pack I mentioned earlier, like this one has an alternate style. This one has an alternate style. This one has an alternate style. If you're curious what they look like, it's basically like a pickaxe. Okay? It's like, I would have liked something for that. Some sort of alternate style. I don't exactly know what it would be, but I would have liked something like that. That's really the only disappointing part I have about this pack, is the fact that I wish, like, her outfit or the harvesting tool would have had an alternate style. Because that's another thing, too. Okay, some of these don't. Like, she didn't. She doesn't. He doesn't. But this girl does. She has the one with the headphones that you can plainly see, or the one with the hood. So it's like, I really wish that Zoe would have come with an alternate style for herself, or an alternate style for her harvesting tool. I just think that would have been really cool. Generally though, the back bling. This little dude is really dope, and he has got to be one of my favorite back blings that I own in the game currently. So yeah. And that's kind of why I like this guy. Because, it kind of reminds me of this, but instead of, it not being like an animated style, and of course we're talking like a teddy bear versus a kitty cat. But still, very cool, and I do think that, like, it goes well with the anime characters. Is that everything in her bundle? Oh, no. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, no, the other thing, the wrap. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about, too. I really like, I don't know if I mentioned this, I might have glossed over it, but I do like her wrap. Because, again, the anime wrap thing, too. And I really like the, is it this one? Which one is it? Up here? Oh, yeah, it is this one. Okay. The Ziggurat Up thing, which is part of the mainframe break set, which is where Zoe comes from. So I like that too, and like I said, I like these. So basically, if it's related to the anime stuff, like this is, or if it's Marvel or DC or something like that, I'm definitely going to like it. Alright. I do believe that's everything. I went over the shop. I talked a bit about the locker. A bit about the battle pass. Alright. I do believe that is it. I have been live for almost 140 minutes. It is currently over 8:30 my time, and I really should get some sleep. So, if you did stop by and I didn't see you, well, thank you for at least showing up. And if you're watching this VOD, or on YouTube, or Twitch, or wherever, I do appreciate that, and, if you're doing so, come by the stream sometime. I'm going to try to do this as frequently as I can. I don't really have a concrete schedule set up yet, especially because I never quite know where my sleep schedule is at. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm streaming right now. But I will try to look at cementing that more in the future. So anyway, have a good night or good morning, depending on where you are. And I will see you all another time. Bye-bye.